Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We just picked up another project, 1968 Pontiac Ventura. So, I mean, do I need another project? No. Could I walk away from it? No. I even brought my dad with me to hopefully dispel me and talk me away from buying it. But I just couldn't do it. I mean, when you run into a car that's, you know, it's got the body lines, it has almost a perfect interior. It's rusty, it's terribly rusty on the bottom end, but that's going to be here in a couple hours. So now we got to move some vehicle, and I've been hijacking parts, just taking stuff, moving it around. So I put the banana in the driveway. We call it the banana because it's yellow. It's actually the smoking banana. Once it heats up, it really smokes bad. No compression. You can just barely pull on the bolt to turn the motor over on the belt. So anyway, I took the battery out of this to put in the El Camino because I ran that battery dead, and I took the carburetor off of this to put it on the 454 to do the run stand. Well, now I got to take all that stuff back off, get it on here, get it running, because I want that Bonneville right there where the El Camino is. So yeah, it's gonna go probably Bonneville, then truck, then El Camino, and the Monty's always in the garage. So, but anyway, let's get this thing running. It's a 1972 GMC pickup truck, and it's rusty. She's rusty, she's smoked, she's got no oil pressure at all. But one thing about her, she's pretty reliable for what she is. She's just kind of a base model of base models, but I mean, one, the truck was free if we could get it running. It was free, and we got her running. We picked this thing up, it didn't even have a door on one side. Doorless. It was in pretty rough shape. Oh, there went my socket. But it kind of became one of our favorite projects. We just haven't really had all the time and money to sink into this one like we'd like to. Oh my gosh. Picked up a new ratchet from Harbor Freight today, and so it's a good old Pittsburgh, but it's got a little button doohickey thing. Oh hell, I can't even make it work. So you can rotate all the way around. So I don't know, kind of fancy. Alrighty. Bolts are on. Probably need some vacuum, so we should put that there. Might need some advancement. We'll put that right there. Wow, that's actually tight. And this freaking fuel line was just leaking like crazy, so I think we're gonna go ahead and replace that real quick. I got one of these scary fuel filters that is glass that hopefully won't burn the truck down. Let me go grab another fuel line and toss it on there real quick. Oh, I even put a bolt. In the line. Huh. I don't normally do that. I mean, I always mean to. I know I should. But most of the time I just don't. Is that really gonna fight me coming out of there? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, that doesn't want to. No, it'll come. Come here. One of these cheap glass fuel filters. I actually have several fuel filters on this line. It's the gas tank is just ridiculously filthy inside, and you know, I didn't change it or anything. I just ran filters, and it keeps the carburetor filled with fuel for the most part, up until you get to about 55, and she doesn't want to do it. I'm telling you, I'm excited about this Pontiac. It's actually a good thing this is happening too, because I don't like letting this stuff sit where you can't start it, because we know what happens, right? We take the carburetor off for a run stand or something else, and before you know it, 6 months has gone by. And well, now when are you gonna get it running? You know, when's a good time to get it running again? I even put this in the driveway intentionally, I think, to force me to actually make sure that I came back and brought its carburetor and battery back, because yeah, I didn't want it to sit forever. So in theory, all we need now is a battery. I've had that on the charger most of the morning. Alright, no more fuel leakage on the manifold. I don't know what I'll do without the risk of a fire. Let's go grab a battery, fire the sucker up. Alright, let's test fire it. Well, it fired up on what little fuel was in the bowl. I'm gonna need a gas can. Come on, old girl. Let's make a little detour real quick. See if we can handle some of this. I've been kind of curious about something. Alrighty. So, I'm thinking, I'm a little out of breath. It smokes. And it's, I mean, this isn't going to work, but we might as well try it. We picked this up at Walmart. High mileage formula, ring seal smoke repair. It's going to show it backwards for you, but regardless. Stops blue exhaust smoke, seals worn pistons and rings, reduces oil burning. And it's the high mileage formula. And I got dose bottles. So, add to engine oil at any time. formulated to stop smoking in older high mileage engines. Well, I don't think they meant this, but this is what we're doing. So let's get this in there. Let's fire it back up. Actually, I mean, how long does this take? Works with conventional high mileage, blah, blah, blah. Add the entire bottle to the engine crankcase. Idle or drive 5 minutes. If smoke continues, second application may be required. And we're starting with the second application. So what could go wrong? Check out this. Rebuild the engine. Let's get this in. Whew. Alrighty. Well, maybe. Nope. Nope. Wow. Huh. Gonna need a knife. Round 2 of stubborn bottle. Stab, 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 stab. Oh, that is thick. Wow. That is thick. That's going to take a while to get down in there. It's a good thing we're not doing this in the winter. Huh? You know, I think I'll restart the video after this. Someday. Works its way down into the freaking engine. Allow me to illustrate my point of how thick this stuff is. It's just sitting there. And I can even bring it up the, it's that slow. It's gonna take a bit. 37 years later, the bottles are in. Alright, let's fire it up. I had to shut it back off. I turned the idle down just a little bit, but yeah, still smoking, but we're gonna fire it up and let it run its quote unquote 5-10 minute whatever cycle and see if it actually stops smoking, which it won't. It's a smoking banana. It can't stop smoking if it wants to. Smoke at some point. I'm gonna go do something else. It does actually seem to be a little bit less smoke. Could be the wind. Time lapse starts. me more time with the whole ring seal thing, but frankly, I mean, you can only ask for so much from a bottle. That being said, I am going to run it a little bit more. It actually started smoking so bad I had neighbors looking at it like, what the hell? Like it was on fire. Nah, it's just old and shitty. So, we had to get all the vehicles moved and everything because the 1968 Ventura is going to be here soon. We're real excited to work on that. Just a real clean Pontiac. In some areas it has plenty of rust issues, but wait till you see it. You're gonna love it just as much as I do. But you know, as you saw, Banana fired right up. We got her out of the way. El Camino fired right up. We got her out of the way. So we got the whole driveway from there all the way down. We're clear. We're open. We're ready for business. We need the I mean, we just need this Pontiac to get here. That's what we need. There's not enough old Pontiacs even left in the world, you know? The old Pontiac is coming home. Alrighty guys, let's come on around here and check out the latest addition to our little fleet of wonder boats. 1968 Pontiac Ventura. Whew. I tell you, she is rough, but she's also not bad. You know, I mean, if all you're doing is looking at it from the front, she's pretty good. Or the top. Now 68, she's a one of a kind. You Pontiac guys, you'll know what I'm talking about. That front's a little different on a 67 and a lot different on a 69. So now that makes it hard to get parts for this thing. But with the car, I got a whole storage unit of parts that came with it. You can see some of that rust, and we'll get in there a little closer here in a minute. But I just want to show you, look at these body lines. Look at that. This is just one of the best looking Pontiacs I have ever seen. Look at these taillights. Big giant trunk. Big giant trunk. Big old glass. I think, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is what they call 2+2. Where you can fit people there. And yeah, it's got a back seat, but it's almost like having a whole nother bench. It's my understanding of what that is, and I could be wrong. Now, this side too, we'll get in, we'll look at that rust. Got some rust down there. But overall, she is beautiful. She is beautiful. So we're going to get in here, we're going to take some closer looks at some of this. And I'll show you the interior. We're going to go through this whole thing.